Shout out to North Star Knife Reviews, and hello. This is my Rough Rider Auxiliary. That's what I call it. I call it the Auxiliary. Rides in my left pocket every day without fail, unless I took it out to use it and I forgot it somewhere. That doesn't even happen that often anymore. Pretty attached to this thing. I use it for anything that a fingernail might do, a stubborn bootlace, prying open. The other day I put my car in a snowbank, and it has a little toe eye thing that you screw in, but there are these little caps there, right? To get in and pry that out. Yeah, you could use a knife, but you wouldn't feel so good about using your knife. And in fact, this, instead of the screwdriver bottle opener on a Swiss Army knife, is exactly the right shape, and you don't have to fiddle around and bust a nail opening it, and so forth. So great, yeah, loving that. But today, just now, I took out of the box a brand new item also from Rough Rider. I think I bought it the same time I bought this. I bought one for my godson as well. Well, I bought two, and I gave one to my godson. And he lives in the UK, where it is illegal to own a spring-assisted flipper knife. But it's not illegal to own a spring-assisted diamond sharpener thingy. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna test this out. I've been watching a bit of Joe Carlton. Really enjoy his reviews of the different diamond stones that he's trying out. Usually bigger kind of bench stones is what he's, he uses all kinds of stuff, right? Because different shapes and sizes you find a use. So I thought, you know what, I've had this knife since 2020. It's taken a massive beating, and the majority of the time, all I ever did was touch it up with a steel. And I actually always had this issue. I think they dug in with the belt, or there was some kind of warp or something. Then, of course, later beating on it, that exacerbated the problem. So what I've been doing, actually, is with the rough side, I've just been going like this kind of thing. Not exactly like this, but I'm doing it like this. Is one way I could do it. I can go up, and this way I can keep it on camera. Just that kind of thing, just rounding it off and taking off all that wrecked apex material. And because of that, because from what I recall, at the very start, this had pretty much a straight profile, apart from that little kind of kink it had there. But this is eventually, of course, establishing a nice kind of recurve here. We're going to have a bit of a flat section here, and I can really dig in and get it really nice and thin. And then out here, maybe leave it a little thicker for the choppy area. Later we'll bring out a nice tip. Okay, I also noticed that squinting down it, I can't really get the whole thing on camera, but even there you can see how it's coming off to the left a little bit. It's not too bad, but if I correct that just by grinding, I'm going to grind away a lot of the knife. I'm going to end up with a fillet knife. So I might hit it with a carbide hammer a bit at some point. I was watching a Kyle Daly video on how to do that. I always just kind of banged it willy-nilly as if I were trying to forge, But what he explained is you want to do lines, Mark your lines out and then go down that line, and very nice. So can hardly wait now that I've got a notion of how you use it. Can hardly wait to start banging things with a carbide hammer again. Maybe with a bit more success, because I did find that I was able to shape the metal with the carbide hammer in my various experiments, but not always exactly how I'd wished or intended. Anyway, I think I'm going to dedicate this to this knife, you know. To start out, I'm just going to wear this out. It's feeling very soft now, but of course it's all gunged up with this Cerakote. And yeah, when I feel like it's good and ready, I'll start in on the smooth side here. Something I'd like to say about this knife as well is that a lot of people complain about these handles. They are very just massive and kind of quite flat. You know, they have the rounding off, but there's no Coke bottle effect going on here, none of that, right? And if they were, I mean, it would be super enormous then, so it would have to all be scaled down. And it doesn't, because there's, what is it? What are they? Essie, right? Makes the Hunglas or something that's their kind of equivalent, and then OKC tried to rip them off, or I don't know how the whole story went. But people kind of tend to prefer the SE handle. I haven't tried it, so I can't say for sure. But I have tried some SE handles, and I'm not wild about them either. This, in my hand, sublime. Very fit for purpose. The micarta, the shape of it, the indexing, everything. The choil, the geometry, the passion, the romance. Thanks for watching.